Listen, I know what this looks like. It looks like I have cut up a couple of kitties into pieces and dissected them and put them into a box, but I assure you, today's project is going to be super fun. This is a couple of kitty figures that have been modeled and created by Tuna. I will leave all the links in the descriptions. You too can paint your own kitty figures. Not only are we going to be filling a whole sketchbook spread of our very own fashion cat designs, but we're also going to be planning out how to color our very own fashion cat figures. I am super excited. Let's get into it. Our sketchbook. I might not be the most fashionable, but, you know, I can throw a t-shirt and pants on a cat. All right, I'm drawing this cat naked, but I gotta put clothes. I mean, this is a fashion cat. All right, let's think about this. A skirt. That's my go-to for sure. I love how absolutely no sense those boobs make. They're just like in her armpits. Love that for her. I don't know how much color is in some of these pens, but let's give them a try. Oh my gosh, I just realized I didn't give this cat a tail. Easy enough fix, and boom, tail. I feel like my default accessory is always going to be a bow because it's just easy to put behind an ear. A witch hat. It kind of makes it look like she has one really big ear and one really tiny ear. Okay, let's draw a little fluffy kitty. Oh, okay, she's thick, that's fine. I just wasn't mentally prepared for that. I kind of like the idea of like, she's wearing really short shorts and she's got floof, just like floofing out the legs. Absolutely, I love her. Oh my gosh, absolutely fluffy legs. Let's give her my favorite shoes. But I haven't planned the rest of her outfit yet, so maybe I should have chilled out with that. Compared to the fluffy kitty, our not so fluffy kitty looks weirdly bald. That's okay though. Not everyone can be super fluffy, right? Visors are fashionable, right? Right, y'all? Y'all? Hello? I wonder if cats would shave areas of their fur to get tattoos, because otherwise, can you permanently dye cat fur? Cat's fur doesn't grow like humans, so I wonder if these cat creatures would find a way to dye their hair and keep it that way and then shave it when they want a new color. I don't know what's happening, I'm just thinking out loud, I guess. I kind of want it to have an umbrella or parasol or something. Let's see. The shape of that umbrella, because I wanted to get it to fit in the sketchbook, is comical. Let's have the dress mimic that umbrella, shall we? Actually, you know what? I did once upon a time create a sort of fashion cat. I think it was on a Twitch stream. She is known as the Six Titty Kitty because here on the Kasey Golden channel, we love to be scientifically accurate, you know? Kitty's got 6 nipples, so if they're gonna be in human form, they're gonna have 6 titty, right? Totally. Oh my god, okay. Oh my god. Alright, this time we're going to the beach. Once again, I ask myself, what am I doing? Okay, 1, 2, oh my god. You know what? Wait, this is kind of cute. I didn't really give her titties though, I totally made her flat. Okay, but why was the 6 Titty Kitty swimsuit edition my favorite doodle from this entire page? I mean, is she not adorable? She's like, I can't believe I'm going out like this. Oh my god, I love her. Okay, enough goofing around. We need to start planning out our figures a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, so if I'm gonna paint 2 of these cats, one looking like ham and one looking like cheese. Oh gosh, this is going to be an abomination of the figures. I am so sorry, Tuna. I don't even know if I want to give them noses or not. We'll see, we'll see. Oh, maybe I should. Maybe I should. Okay. Let's see how quickly I can get a recreation here. Oh my god. An abomination. An absolute abomination. Okay, so I would definitely try to make these look like ham and cheese, but I think I'm gonna have to break out my iPad to do some definite, more accurate planning for sure. We can at least get started here. Okay, I've definitely come to the conclusion that sketching them out like this just isn't going to do the job. I definitely need to draw over them digitally to plan them out. And I can't stop thinking about our 6 Titty Kitty. Must not fill the rest of this page with 6 Titty Kitty. Oops, all 6 Titty Kitty. Anyway, let's do some digital planning. And iPad. A big shout out to Tuna herself for taking these product photos that I can draw on top of. Where would I be without ya? So I've made a clipping mask so that I can color this a little bit easier. As you can see, it's just a layer of white on top of our characters. I'll just throw it at 50% or so, and we can just start throwing down some color and seeing how I feel. One of my focuses was definitely going to be having a color block sweater on Ham. I'm thinking primary colors would be cute enough. Maybe the yellow being the middle part. Oh, definitely, that looks cute. And I don't want to bring in more blue, maybe, so let's do a green for the sleeve. Now for Cheese, I want her to have a red striped shirt, and I don't know, oh gosh, how small of stripes I can get, but we're gonna try our best. This is also sort of a callback to my kitty's Instagram. Cheese and Ham wear these striped color shirts, which makes it really tempting to make the sweater a blue and white stripe, but it's not a shirt, so it kind of makes sense to not follow that, I guess. Oh yeah, and I also wanted to make the patch a color. Maybe not pink. Let's do red. Let's do red. Okay, so to be honest, that is the easiest part. The hard part, how do I go about stylizing their coloring, their patterns? Okay, let's see. So they've got the classic, whatever that is. Cheese sort of has a little bit of yellow peeking out one of her arms. I might have to double check which arm that is. Now Ham, his stripes are a little bit more complicated than just 3 stripes, but I like to stylize things in an easy way to draw them. So I'm going to keep it like that. And with Cheese, she's a little bit more complicated. She's got the same pattern, but it's calico. So it's a little more difficult, and I'm gonna have to really think about how to do this in a 3D, gosh, the 3D way. And I will be going through with pink and coloring the inside of their ears, so maybe that looks a little more natural. Oh gosh, we'll have to see. Oh my gosh, it's looking pretty cute though. Okay, actually I just realized the worst part is how I'm gonna stylize these faces. So originally I was thinking, I don't know, dots? I mean, that looks pretty fine. Do I give them a mouth? Maybe? Oh yeah, I forgot. Ham actually has that little side bra strap exposed. Honestly, I think I'm just going to embrace it and just let it be a bra strap. You know what? Oh, black might be a little harsh. You know, man, I don't know. I'll think about it. Anyway, these faces are pretty cute. Let's try a few options here. What if these are some classic Kasey faces right here? Oh no, this is actually pretty cute. Oh no! I think I love it. Let's see, what would Cheese be? Oh no, looking up would be cute. With some eyelashes? Oh no. Oh no, they're cute. Those are cute! Yeah, I think this is a pretty solid plan. They look like cartoon characters. They're super cute. I don't know if I'll be adding maybe like little details to the sweater or something. Try to make it, oh yeah, try to make it look fluffy. But should I do it with like a darker version of the colors? Could be a mix of both. I feel like Ham's is just a little bit less detailed because of the really tiny stripes on Cheese. So I'm thinking it might be best to do that. Just adds a little bit more detail and visual interest. It looks so fluffy. Yep, I would say these guys are planned, looking cute. Let's do it. And starting off with our primer, we have our disassembled kitty figures on these little wiggly display things that I just happen to have. Super perfect for this sort of thing. Give them a little spray. Super don't know what I'm doing, but you know what? Got the job done. And let's paint. I was pretty intimidated by their faces, so I wanted to start off with the easier parts, which I assumed was going to be the outfits. Most of all, it was pretty easy because the outfits, I wasn't adding too many details. Most of it was blocks of color, except for the shirt. But otherwise, I tried to keep similar colors on the figures, and as I added each color, I would add that color onto each figure. We started off with the blue, painted the overall dress and the pants. This is my first time painting figures, so I was sort of getting the hang of how to go about this. I already goofed by doing things in the wrong order. Should have started with the underclothes first, the shirt under the overalls, and then you paint stuff on top of that. But anyways, lesson learned. Moving on to those teeny tiny stripes. I am not super picky when it comes to stripes. I actually think messy stripes are really cute and give it a lot more texture and personality than the most perfect of straight stripes. However, my hand was so wiggly, and the whole time I could think of all the comments I get that are just like, Kasey, how is your hand so steady when you do line work? How is your hand so steady when you do small details? And the whole time I was just shaking. It was rough out here. Now I know I usually keep things pretty minimal as far as detail goes, but something that always tickles my fancy is having really large blocks of color and small amount of detail, as in not a busy piece of artwork, but then you have these little chunks of your art where there's just a lot of detail. For example, the overall dress, we have a very plain look overall, but the shirt is just so packed with all those little tiny stripes. And then we have this color block sweater, nothing crazy, but then I do add some little details to the sweater. I didn't add a lot of details to the sweater, and I do have to wonder what would it look like if I just filled the whole sweater with lines and just made it look so busy and fluffy. But I'm quite happy with the very minimal line work that I did add. Just enough to make it look fluffy. Though to be honest, it already looks super fluffy. It's just so bulky and comfy looking. I want to curl up in this color block sweater, but I don't have a color block sweater, so I guess I just have to curl up in my single color boring sweater. I was absolutely thrilled with how the colors were coming out. I was trying to use all colors straight out of the tubes because in case I had to go back and fix mistakes, I didn't want to have to worry about remixing colors if they dried. So I basically used all colors straight out of the tube except for the purple, I guess, bra strap on the sweater figure. I mixed a purple because I wasn't happy with any of the purples that exist in the Holbein acrylic gouache universe. By the way, I am using acrylic gouache. I know that's probably not the first choice for painting figures, but I love acrylic gouache and it worked for me, so it is what it is. So after our bodies and clothes were done, it was time to move on to the body parts, which I was pretty excited about because this is where I guess my kitties actually shine through these figures. Though to be honest, my kitties have all white limbs and all of their color is basically on their head and their back and around their body. So basically everything that's covered in clothing. I wasn't that upset about it though, to be completely honest. Painting everything white was really nice so that we could focus on the fashion adorable clothing. I really don't like it when there's a lot of different colors and patterns and clashing, so I was actually quite pleased with how plain my kitties were. And it was really fun to stylize my kitties' patterns in a 3D way especially. Cheese was the only one I was able to put pattern on outside of just the head because Ham is wearing pants and a sweater which do cover up a lot. Cheese had a very short skirt and her arms exposed. Now there isn't a lot of her pattern that I could show, but there was a little bit. On the back of her legs, there is just a little bit of brown tabby that shine through. Dave says her legs are dirty, which is so sad, but I do find it really cute. Ham also has the tiniest little circle of a gray dot on one of the back of his legs. Super adorable, but you can't see it because he's wearing pants. So stylizing the patterns was really fun. I really enjoyed painting those little paw pads, though I was so focused on just painting them this adorable shell pink color that I completely forgot that my cats don't have pink beans. They have gray beans and mixed beans. So I actually had to go back later and add additional details and paint over the pink for Hams. At this point, I was feeling really confident. Everything was turning out pretty cute. Everything was going really smoothly. No major problems. But it is finally time to tackle my fear and paint their faces. You're probably wondering why I'm so scared, because I'm literally scared of everything new. I love trying new art supplies and new mediums, but it's terrifying, a little bit. You would also think because I'm working in a 3D space and I have the exact model, aka my cats, to put the pattern on, but these cat heads are a little stylized and they aren't exactly the shape of a normal cat's head, so their pattern doesn't exactly match up where it would on their head, and there's like extra bumps and stuff, and there's not the gap between their ears, so there was a little bit of workaround I had to do there. And also just stylizing a calico in my style, I'm still trying to figure that out, though I do think they did turn out really cute. Ham was super easy, he's just gray. His stripes are very subtle, so there wasn't a lot going on there. And once I did have his head pattern painted on, I was actually pretty excited to paint his face on. It was really smooth. I just probably should have made the eyes a little bit smaller and a little bit lower. He's a little goofy looking, but he's still really stinking cute. Cheese was a bit of a struggle because her pattern is just very mixed, but I do think I simplified it and it turned out pretty cute. Though I gotta say, is her pattern the most accurate? No, I definitely stylized it. Oh, I should probably talk about why I'm using a blue pencil, because I have a feeling some of you are gonna ask about that. I actually bought this blue pencil years ago and I've never used it. However, I've been noticing when I use my gouache on different paintings, like a canvas, the lead of the pencil sort of gets picked up by the paint and it mixes in the paint and it turns it this muddy black color, which is not fun. However, this blue pencil, it doesn't really smudge, I guess because of whatever it's made out of. It's not the same material as graphite or whatever. So I used blue so that I could easily paint over it without it mixing into the paint and turning it black. Yay! Painting Cheese's face on just really brought her together. She's so cute. She just has a little bit more of a worried face. Her little eyelashes are adorable. And that was it. All I had to do was glue them together, snip up the whiskers, and also glue those in carefully with tweezers. And our fashion cats are done, and I love them. Huge thank you to Tuna for sending me these figures. You guys have got to check her out. All of her links will be in the description. Get yourself a fashion cat. Have fun painting these little cuties. This was my first time painting figures and it was a lot of fun. I'm honored it was yours. Speaking of being honored, can I give a huge thank you to my patrons? You guys are super the best. Monthly support. If you want early access to these videos, secret sketches, live streams, and more, check out my link to the Patreon. My link to the Patreon? In the description. You guys know what to do. Thank you guys all so much for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!